YNAB was my main budgeting platform for years, at least until some other competitors started really stepping up their game. So today I want to answer the question of, is the budgeting platform You Need a Budget still worth it in 2022? What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all having a fantastic day. So, You Need a Budget, often referred to as YNAB, is built around 4 basic rules. Give every dollar a job, embrace your true expenses, roll with the punches, and age your money. Now, some of those might need some explaining, so let's unpack each of them, talk about the features that YNAB offers, and decide whether or not this is still a good budgeting option for you. So the first rule of giving every dollar a job is nothing new and is often referred to as zero-based budgeting, where every dollar that comes in is given a purpose, whether that's necessary expenses or just something fun or something more boring like saving or investing. When you first open your YNAB accounts, you'll be given default budgeting categories, but you'll be able to create custom categories to then fit your specific needs. You're also able to automatically input your transactions by linking your bank accounts and other financial institutions to YNAB, and once you do that, YNAB is going to take a proactive approach by having you actively set goals, add expenses, and adjust your budget as needed throughout the month. Once you get all of your regular income and recurring expenses up and running within the app, the second rule becomes increasingly more important, which is embracing your true expenses. And what they mean by this is planning for those life expenses that are not occurring on a regular monthly basis. Personally, I love this because most individuals who live paycheck to paycheck might be able to dance through the minefield of unexpected bills and stumble their way through the month, but it's those large unexpected expenses that come when the car breaks down or the roof on your house needs replaced, and suddenly you're sent into a financial tailspin and end up taking out personal loans or using credit cards in order to cover those unexpected transactions. This way, when the holidays sneak up on you, even though Christmas is on the same day every year, or your air conditioner goes out in the heat of the summer, it goes from being a total financial crisis that leads you into debt to just a minor inconvenience that you'll probably quickly forget about. YNAB also embraces the fact that at least for a little while, you're probably going to suck at budgeting, and I can say from firsthand experience that that is definitely going to be the case. And even long term, you'll likely overspend occasionally on certain budgeting categories, hence the third rule, rolling with the punches, where you're able to move money between categories throughout the month and adjust your budget on the fly when different things do come up. And lastly, perhaps my favorite rule of YNAB, before we get into more of the detailed features, is what they call aging your money, which essentially just means living on last month's income. Now, as someone who has a fairly irregular income myself, I actually love this approach to budgeting, and it is something that I miss with my current budgeting platform. But if you're one of the 61% of Americans who are living paycheck to paycheck, this approach is also going to give you immense peace of mind once you're able to get there, and ultimately help you break that cycle as long as you are willing to put in that hard, long-term, dedicated work. First, you'll obviously have to implement those first 3 rules in order to create some wiggle room within your budget, but YNAB claims that their average user saves $600 in the first 2 months alone and more than $6,000 in their first year. So once you're able to create that wiggle room, you'll then be able to take income from this month and plan and organize it for next month's planned expenses. All right, but moving on from those 4 rules of the platform, the app itself is fairly well designed, and while YNAB as a whole is going to be a more hands-on approach when compared to similar competitors, that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I do love the fact that you're able to access all of this in-depth information right from your smartphone, as well as their awesome desktop platform. I know this all might sound really hard, but so is living paycheck to paycheck, so it's really just a matter of choosing your battle. But trust me, if you've never lived on a budget before, it is going to give you an immense peace of mind, and while it is going to take a lot of upfront work, trust me, it will definitely be worth it, because finally, you are going to be in control of your money instead of your money controlling you. Plus, if and when you do get confused about the many features that this app offers, you're also going to have access to a ton of live workshops and online videos to teach you exactly how to best use this platform and create the most effective budget possible for you. Like I said, I do miss the ability to easily budget on last month's income, and they also have a really unique feature for those of us that use credit cards, where you can set up a credit card payment category within your budget in order to filter out the funds from those duplicate transactions, which doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but with my current budgeting platform, since I have my bank account and credit cards linked to that budgeting tool, any transactions on a credit card show up when I make that purchase, they show up as income when I pay off that purchase, and they also show up when I pull that money from my bank account to go ahead and pay off the credit card balance. So very quickly, one purchase turns into 3 transactions on my account. And as you can imagine, that gets really annoying. So I love YNAB's unique solution to this problem, and it really gets a huge thumbs up from me, and something that I wish my budgeting platform had. All right, thus far, everything probably sounds pretty good, but here's where things start to turn the other direction. First of all, You Need a Budget is currently $14.99 per month, or you can pay upfront for the entire year at $99 per year, which breaks down to just $8.25 per month. Now, that's not that bad in my opinion, and I personally have no problem investing in a platform that allows me to take control of my finances and will ultimately give me a net benefit. I mean, let's be honest, most of us probably spend more than $8 a week just on coffee, but if you compare that to many competitors like EveryDollar, which is currently $80 for the year, it does come in on the higher end, at least in terms of cost. But honestly, you're looking at a few dollars difference each month, which really isn't that big of a deal. And YNAB currently offers a 34-day free trial, giving you a full month to try out the platform and a few extra days to make a final decision on whether or not you want to use it long term, since currently there is not a free version. So if it has all of these great features and additional benefits beyond my current budgeting platform at a fairly comparable price, then why did I decide to leave YNAB? Well, I talked about this in a recent review on my current budgeting platform, which is EveryDollar, but for me, it really comes down to simplicity. I'm a firm believer that in order to make any habit in your everyday life a true staple in your life long term, you have to make that integration as seamless and frictionless as possible. What I mean by that is if you're trying to improve your exercise and eating habits, but you constantly fill your pantry with junk food and are trying to follow some ridiculously complex exercise plan that makes you miserable, then that goal is not likely to succeed long term, and managing your finances is honestly no different, especially if you've never been using a budget prior to this. Now, don't get me wrong, for some people, the more complex, hands-on approach to budgeting is not only going to be a better option, but might even be necessary. But for me personally, I have a fairly good grasp on where my money is going, what my recurring expenses are, what my income is going to be roughly each month, and I really just want a simple and easy way to track my income and expenses that is fast and painless as possible. And for me, I have found that my new budgeting platform does that a lot better than YNAB ever did. But I do want to be clear that You Need a Budget is still a fantastic option, especially if you are brand new to budgeting and need that more hands-on approach. And I have absolutely no issue with this platform's design, the abundance of features, or the principles that it is built around. And while I have since started using an alternative option, there are some features that I definitely miss, especially that credit card transaction sorting, and I will absolutely be keeping an eye on YNAB going forward to see what new features they continue to add. But as per usual, all of this is just my opinion, so I'd love to know what you think of YNAB down in the comment section, and whether or not you feel this is still a good budgeting tool in 2022. For the right consumer, I think it is absolutely still worth it, and while I don't personally use it myself anymore, that doesn't mean that it is not a good tool for you. Be sure to check out some of my favorite financial tools using those links down below the like button, many of which will give you some free cash when you sign up, which we always love. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it so much. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.